Alright, let's check this out.
Bumper cars? Bumper cars. Y'all got bumper cars? Ah!
God damn it, Greg, that's the wrong video. There we go. What is going on, my fellow zombie slayers? It is Nilly here, and you don't need to tell me how corny that intro was. I just thought it would be something cool to do. But anyways, guys, we have the Revelations teaser trailer. Now, mind you, it is a teaser trailer. There's no actual gameplay in this. It's just some scenes and some footage of the places that we see from previous maps, and we haven't really seen anything new. So I'm going to show you guys the trailer, and then after I'm going to clip it and tell you guys what's going on in the trailer. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy.
Unimaginable evil manifests all around us. So much of the past has returned, but what of our future? We put our fates in the hands of a madman. Truly, we have reaped what we have sown. Mein Gott, what have I done? Stop it, Edward. Breathe. Marxist! We'll fight side by side, back to back, even if it's for the last time.
Okay, so that is the trailer that we got. Now, this is only a teaser, so there was no actual gameplay, like I said before, but it's a lot to go on, guys, believe it or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into two parts. The first part is how the map is going to be, and the second part is the storyline, what I think is going to happen, and just pretty much going, I guess, in an in-depth review on this teaser trailer. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first image that we get is every story has a beginning. Now, whether you believe this to be Noct, Darius, or even Origins, they're basically just referring to the beginning of the storyline and where it all started. And after this, we get flashed a few images. Now, if you look at this frame by frame, you can see that it shows you a couple maps, such as Shangri-La, Shinonuma, and Darius. Now, I don't know what this is trying to tell us. Maybe it's just showing a couple maps that might be in DLC4 somehow. But yeah, so the next image shows you this. Now this to me seems like Origins, maybe a different part of the trenches. I can't really make out like exactly where it is, but this does look like from Origins, as you can see from the sandbags and the dug out areas. This also could be from Garad Krovi, but I'm speculating it's definitely Origins. Now the image after this shows the stairways of Noct, the ones in the first room where you go upstairs, and I forgot what's at the top of these. I think it's grenades, where usually people camp. Now this is remastered. You can definitely tell it's not taken from the last gen, it's definitely remastered. Now they wouldn't do this just to say, hey, here's an image of Noct, have fun with it. I think they're doing this because they're either putting this in the new map or making it a separate map on its own, maybe a remastered Noct, or maybe even a part of this map Revelations. Now this next image seems to be Varuk, that's what everybody has been saying it is, but I just got off a Skype call with my friend Tobz, and we have both come to the conclusion that this is Mob of the Dead because of the sign. Now the chandeliers in the back made us second guess, and this could still be Varuk, but we believe that it is Mob of the Dead, so Mob of the Dead is coming back in some way. I can confirm that. No, I can't, I'm just kidding. This is what we speculated to be Mob of the Dead or Varuk. They both are very similar in this setting, but I personally believe that it is Mob of the Dead, and me and my friend have agreed to that. Now moving on from this image, we have this, and an end, which basically means Revelations is going to be the end of the storyline, the 8-year storyline, and after this, we see Takeo in this teleporter. Now, what this looks like to me is Kino. This is definitely Kino. Now, it's a reimagining of Kino with the trees coming out. You can see the projector up at top. This is definitely Kino. Now, whether it be in the map Revelations or in a separate map, maybe a remake, we don't know yet. This is kind of why people are saying that there is a Kino remake, there is a Noct remake, and this image right here makes me believe that it is going to be part of Revelations, but possibly can also be reimagining or remake of the map Kino der Toten. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this map was the first map I've ever played, and to see it remade would be pretty cool, honestly. Now, moving on from this image, we see this. Now, this looks to me what seems like more of an Origins callback, maybe the Pack Punch. It kind of looks like the Der Eisendrache Pack Punch, which is pretty much the same thing as Origins. But it looks the same on how it forms, but I'm second guessing this because the fragments of it look to be too small. After this image, we see Nikolai in what seems to be part of an Origins map. Now, whether this be an Origins remake or part of the new Revelations map, we don't know yet, but as you can see in the top left corner, it does say Generator 3, which is basically part of Origins. You know, they had the signs pointing to where the generators were that you had to turn on for Pack-a-Punch. Now, this next image has got everybody wondering, what is this thing? It also looks like from Origins. It's got the writing or the symbols on the side from Origins, like on the rocks. And it's also blue, which we've kind of seen from the Origins Pack-a-Punch camo and from down below with the 115. And it's really intriguing. We don't know what it is yet. It could be part of Pack-a-Punch. It could be summoning something. It could be teleporting something. Maybe Maxis. Maybe even Dr. Monty. We do not know yet. Now, this next image to me screams Mob of the Dead just because of the body bags. Now, in the back it looks like there's some books. Now, I don't really know where this part of the map would be, maybe in the warden's office, but these are definitely body bags from Origins. As you can see, there's a little hook or a piece of rope or something to pull down a light. Now, that doesn't really have anything to do with anything probably, but these are definitely body bags from Mob of the Dead, and it'd just be really cool to see a remake or this brought into the new Revelations map. Again, we don't know. Now, into the next part of the video, we see Der Eisendrache and the pyramid and the keepers holding up the umbrella type thing over it. It's not really an umbrella, I don't know what to call it, but it is destroyed. You can see part of it is messed up, and this is another reason why we think, or why I think, the maps might have just all come together and just crashed into each other like a meteor on Earth and just made Revelations and show you the connection to all of the maps. Maybe they all collided or something happened to them, but this is another image to show why we might see all of the maps just kind of collided into one big mess. Now, I will go into more detail on how I think the map layout will be, and yeah, this is pretty much another image why we think Der Eisendrache and a bunch of the other maps from past Call of Duties will just be collided all together to make this big huge map Revelations. Now, this next part here is kind of confusing. People really don't know what to make of it. These are obviously the statues we've seen in Origins and in Der Eisendrache of the 4 characters. Now, we don't know whether this is underwater or not. It's speculated because of the way the light is shining through. It definitely does look like it because we've seen underwater in Zetsubo no Shima, and this could kind of be a callback to that map, and we might see some underwater gameplay in the future on DLC4 Revelations. Now, this next part doesn't seem to be too much of a big deal, so I won't go too in-depth with it, but what I first thought was buried seems to be Shangri-La, maybe some sort of Pack-a-Punch area from Shangri-La or something. I never really played that map, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. Now, this next image that I'm going to show you has everybody wondering, what is this? What is this thing? And it is, BAM! Blue orb, 4 characters, what are they doing? Now, later today, or maybe even tomorrow, which will be a long video, I'm gonna kind of go into some speculation area into what this is, but what I think this is going to be part of, like, more towards the end, and we are going to either summon Dr. Maxis, Dr. Monty, or someone of that Origins. Again, these are all just speculations, and after this, it kind of just goes to the image Revelations and fades into black. So, what I think the overall map layout is going to be for DLC4 Revelations is kind of an Origins feel. A bunch of maps in different areas of the map, or different sections of different maps in different parts of the map, kind of like how Origins is. Maybe you need to go into one part of the map and turn that on, and it's kind of what people have been speculating since Black Ops 2, what they thought Origins was going to be, just a bunch of the maps colliding and just opening a door from Noct going into Kino, and it's kind of cool. I think this is amazing what they're going to be doing in this map. Now, these sections of this map, what I think are going to be sections of the map from other maps, could just be remakes. Maybe they're showing us remakes of other maps and putting them into separate maps of their own. Now, the only reason why I think this isn't going to happen, because with the Kino that we saw, with the Noct that we saw, with the Horizon Jack that with what we saw, is they are kind of messed up, and this is why I think they kind of collided and are old and are just going to be a part of this new map. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Guys, I put a lot of time and effort into this video, so if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, that'd be awesome. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Peace.
Yeah. I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was nada though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door.